Hi everyone, this is Dipti Harshadvartak and welcome to my baking channel. Today we are going to learn how to melt a chocolate in a double boiler. Okay, so there are two ways in which you can melt your chocolate using a double boiler method or using a microwave. Okay, so for double boiler method, what we need is we need a pan like this, and we need a glass bowl or any normal bowl will work for this. Of course, this is cut chocolate that I have taken. Please ensure that you are cutting your chocolate into small pieces. Alright, I am doing this on induction, but you can definitely do it on your gas. Okay, so let me switch on my induction. Now, what is this double boiler process? Double boiler process is a process where you use a pan like this. In that pan there is little bit of water. So water is only this much. Okay, we don't have to fill our pan with so much of water. This is not required. What we need is only this much of water. So please make a note of this. After taking this much water, what we will do is we will keep it on a gas or an induction, and then once the water starts boiling, we will put our bowl on top of this. Okay, so this is the double boiler method, using which just by giving some amount of heat, by transferring that heat to the chocolate bowl, we are trying to melt our chocolate. Okay, now directly if you try to do this on induction or gas, your chocolate will get burnt. That is the reason we are doing this additional step where we are putting the water inside a pan. When the water gets heated up, that those vapors will in turn transfer the heat to this glass bowl and our chocolate will start melting. Now this kind of a technique will work for any kind of chocolate. I am sure you already know that there are different brands and there are different types of chocolates that are available in the market. So I am using a dark chocolate over here, but you can definitely use the same method and melt your white chocolate or your milk chocolate as well. Alright, once it starts boiling, you have to ensure that you are switching off your induction and removing the chocolate bowl, and you have to mix it. Once it starts melting, you can use it for your molded chocolates, your chocolate garnishes, and for a lot of other stuff you can use this melted chocolate. Alright, so let's get started with the recipe. I am repeating the process once again. Switch on the gas or switch on the induction. Let the water in the pan boil. After it starts boiling, you can put your glass bowl on top of this and the chocolate will start melting. Once you see that it has boiled enough, you can switch it off. You can switch off your induction or you can switch off your gas, and once the chocolate melts completely, you don't have to transfer any heat to your chocolate. Okay, so let's get started. Now you can see that the vapors are already coming up, and you can see that the water has started boiling. Now that the water has started boiling, you can see these vapors coming in. What I am going to do is I am going to put my bowl inside this and I will show you what happens over here. Now can you see that the chocolate has already started melting? Just have a look at the sides. Okay, so the chocolate has already started melting, means what we will do is we will remove this bowl and we will switch off our gas. We have switched off this induction, and what you can see is water is still hot. So what you can do is you can keep the bowl on top of this and you can keep on mixing it. Okay, or you can take it out and you can start mixing it. You can see how easy it is to mix and how easy it is to melt a chocolate. Okay, only few tips or only few things you need to remember while melting a chocolate. It is not a very hard process. It is not very tough process to work on. Okay, what I have got is a nicely melted chocolate. Okay, so what I did was, after I saw that some of the chocolate from the bottom has already started melting, I switched off my induction. So you can switch off your gas and you can mix it on a table. Alright, you can remove it from this and you can start mixing your chocolate on a table like that. Now this is a melted chocolate. You can use it in lot of molds. You can use it for making your chocolate garnishes, and the process is really simple. Few things that you need to take care of: do not put the bowl of chocolate directly on a gas or an induction. Your chocolate will get burnt. Putting the chocolate bowl on a pan like this, please ensure that water is only this much. The water should not be so much, otherwise the water will get into your chocolate and it will seize the chocolate. Now please remember that water and chocolate, they are enemies of each other, meaning even if a single drop of water goes inside your chocolate will not remain smooth. It will become stiff, it will seize, it will become so hard that you cannot get it back to its normal shape or normal texture. Alright, so please ensure that you are following all these techniques. You can also melt your chocolate in your microwave. The process is very simple. Take a chopped chocolate in a microwave safe bowl. Put this bowl inside your microwave and in bursts of 30 seconds, meaning put my bowl of chocolate inside microwave for 30 seconds. I'll remove the bowl, I'll start mixing it. Alright. After I do that, if I see that chocolate is not melted, then I'll put the bowl inside the microwave for another 10 or 20 seconds. Okay, 10 to first 30 seconds, then 10 to 20 seconds, and keep checking. Once the chocolate is completely melted, you can go ahead and use it for making your chocolate garnishes. Alright, so let me show you one chocolate garnish that is very dear to me, and I use it a lot for making my chocolate decorations. Now let me show you the chocolate garnishes that I use frequently for making my cakes look beautiful. Alright, so for that what I do is I take a chocolate like this, melted chocolate, and take a spoon. You don't need anything for this. Just put a drop of chocolate like that. We will take a melted chocolate. For buttons, we will just pour a drop like that. Okay, how much ever big, how much ever small you want, you can go ahead and do that. For some of them, we will use fork. Alright, and for some of them, I'll just use my spoon. So using a back of my fork, I'll go like that. That is one technique. Another one is just by using a back of the spoon, go like that. Try to keep these petals consistent so that you get nice decorations on the side of your cake. So just by using simple kitchen utensils, you can make different types of garnishes for your cake. You don't even have to be really good when it comes to piping on your cake, and you can use these simple techniques. So what I'm doing is, after putting a drop or a blob of chocolate on my acetate sheet, I'm just using the back of my spoon and spreading it like that. Okay, so this is what it looks like, what I'm going to do is I'll let this sit in a refrigerator for about 10 minutes, and I'll remove it and I'll show you the decoration that we just did by using our simple melted chocolate. After just 5 to 10 minutes of refrigerations, you can see that your chocolate garnishes are ready. Alright, so you can use them to garnish your desserts. Okay, and they look absolutely gorgeous. Just using a back of the spatula or fork, you can remove them. Be very careful, if it is not done, don't try to pick them up. Alright, let them set, but this is what it looks like. Alright, so you can see, look at the lovely shine that they have got. Once you learn how to perfectly melt your chocolate, you can do so many things with it. You can use it on a cupcake or on the sides of the cake, or these chocolate buttons also you can use it. They look simply amazing, right? So this is what you can do with your melted chocolate. I hope now you know how to melt your chocolate using a double boiler method, and I have also shown you how to make these amazing chocolate garnishes for your cakes or for any dessert that you will be making in your kitchen. So please make them, please melt your chocolate and let me know in the comment box how it turns out. Just repeat the process. What we did was, we took a pan and we filled it with water, which was only till this much. Alright, then we took a bowl in which the chocolate was chopped into small pieces, and this bowl was put on a top of this. So the setup was like this. Alright, this entire setup, which is called as a bain marie, or it is also called as a double boiler method for melting your chocolate. You can put this pan on an induction or on your gas. Keep the gas on a slow flame or a sieve. So once the water starts boiling, it will actually transfer its heat to the bowl on top, and that in turn will melt our chocolate. Please do not put any bowl directly on an induction or directly on the gas. You will definitely burn your chocolate. Alright, so we don't want to do that. After the chocolate is slightly melted, take out the bowl and start mixing it. You will definitely get your melted chocolate. You don't have to keep the bowl on the hot pot for a long period of time. Also, please ensure that no single drop of water is going inside your chocolate, or even the water vapors that come out of the bottom pan should not get into the chocolate. This will make your chocolate stiff, and then there will be no going back. You will have to actually discard your chocolate. Alright, after the chocolate is melted, you can make lot of chocolate garnishes or molded chocolate for your loved ones. Alright, so please do give this technique a try and do let me know how it turns out. Whatever tools I have used for today's technique, I have given the links in the description box below. Do check it out. If you have loved this particular technique, do like my video, share it, subscribe to my channel so that whenever a new video comes in, you get notified about it.